Hi Capricorn, welcome to Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading. This is your reading for the week ahead, and whatever you find here, trust there are messages for you. If you want to enter to win a free reading, put free reading in the comments, and I will announce the winner of that drawing on 6/6 and the portal days for each month. So one free reading giveaway each month. I also have an Etsy, Cash App, Patreon, all that. You can donate below or join my YouTube membership. It's pretty simple stuff, nothing too fancy. So let's jump into your energy. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through for the Capricorn collective. And Mother Mary, please protect these readings with compassion. I'm being drawn to say again, send all negative energy back to sender. Amen, amen. So mote it be. Let's go. Whoa, okay. So just judging by the sound bowl opening, I'm getting that something may have taken a while to sort of get going for you. But once it does, it's just like, it's like a loud roar. It's just, it's off the ground. The Heart of Sky. Scorpio gets this a lot. It's like all the time, actually. You might be 24 years old. Your birthday might be the 24th of December. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's Sagittarius, but for some reason I wanted to say December. You could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusper, or have like Sagittarius Scorpio in your chart. Those signs are standing out. Taming the Wind. Ooh, 55. Sorry, I'll show you the card. Card 55. You might be 55 years old. You might be experiencing some major changes at this time, especially in how you relate to yourself and others with the numbers 2 and 4 there. Your birthday might be the 6th of January, the 5th of January, the 2nd, or the 4th. Eagle reversed. Ooh, 16. The eagle represents freedom. Again, the number 6 coming out, and the number 1. So let's read some of these, and then we'll jump into the tarot. I'm not going to read them all the way through. The Heart of Sky is about going with the flow. It's about release. It's about moving with the flow of the cosmos around you and releasing judgments of where it is you're supposed to be. So this is in your recent past. You're kind of dropping into the flow of things in life right now. And moving in the heart space. Taming the Wind is about being able to hear messages from spirit, signs, symbolism, dreams, and not get like confused. So it seems like my Capricorn collective is really, I don't know if you're going through a spiritual awakening, or to me, I think at least the Capricorns I know, one of my best friends, she's a Capricorn, and she's just very in tune with spirit. She receives messages and downloads and signs and synchronicities all the time. She's just kind of always in that. And she's also very grounded. So it's almost like you're just honing this ability to be able to read signs and synchronicities to follow the right flow. Because it's like your ability to read the flow is like Donnie Darko and his ability to like see those weird quantum tunnels that like stretch in between people, you know, like there's all these different options and flows and places you can go and people you can talk to and things you can do. And for you, the option of like what to do might be the more difficult one. And with the eagle reverse, I'm seeing that this like this taming of the wind, this curating of your discernment is a challenge right now. The eagle reverse means like basically you have so much freedom, or you have so many choices at the moment. It's almost like the 7 of Cups, like this combination, that you're not sure which one to go for, and it might feel a little bit actually imprisoning or counterproductive. Eagles are also interesting creatures because we associate them with freedom, but they are opportunistic hunters, and they can be scavengers. They're opportunists. So there's an opportunity available to you that you might not be taking. It's time to see through the eyes of the eagle. Let your vision of the whole and its parts become laser-like. Yeah, exactly. And set your priorities straight. What did you come to do in this life? Did you come to climb up the ladder of financial or social success? Did you come to become a better person, to heal your heart, and to realize your essential self? What is your divine mission here on earth? Oh, yeah. Not easy questions, right? Like, you just answer that. That's fine. No more excuses. Of course, you do not have enough time, enough money, or enough sleep. Yet the time is now to fly to your chosen purpose. If you postpone it, you are betraying yourself. Look through the eyes of the eagle and consider every obstacle an opportunity. Where you set your intention is where you'll end up. Free yourself and live your highest destiny. Fly. Okay, I like that. The eagle spirit is really, it's really special to me. The eagle showed up for me at a really interesting time in my life when it was very dark and very scary, and I needed hope and a promise of something better. Man, did it show up. So, I don't know, you might be feeling really like, where do I go? What do I do? How do I get the fuck out of this? You know, and eagles are really good messenger and guide. So maybe that's where you can start with your sign symbols and synchronicities as you follow them. Maybe eagles are standing out to you, or they will be. 5 of Wands reversed, 3 of Wands, okay. The Hierophant. So in terms of like dropping into the flow, this is a generally non-traditional way of doing things. And you're well aware of that. I'm not exactly sure why Spirit is confirming this, except that you may sometimes have your doubts as to whether or not you're doing the right thing. And I think Spirit's here to say, like, it's not really, if you're asking yourself that question, am I doing the right thing? Let it be a moral one from your heart, right? The heart of the sky. From the perspective of the stars, the greater cosmic good, the universal good, because the human determination of what's good and bad is very limited. And what am I trying to say here? It's like the justice system is supposed to be good, right? But it doesn't always serve a good purpose. The welfare system is good, but it doesn't always serve like people in the way it needs to. Just things like that. There's something here where if you're going to ask yourself if it's right or if you're doing the right thing, there's not a commonly agreed upon objective yes answer to that. It's got to come from within. It's got to come from within your heart. Taming the wind. Avoid drama is basically what this says. Also, if you're second guessing a sign or a synchronicity, if you follow your initial instinct is what that is saying. You'll know right off the bat. Boom, that's my subconscious association. Your subconscious, the first thing that you associate a sign, symbol, synchronicity with, that's the one to stick with, because our subconscious, that's how our subconscious works, right? What are those games where like somebody will tell you a story and then they'll be like, okay, so wherever the wolf was in your dream that you were walking through, it represents like how you feel about your primal masculine instincts and what they need. And your wolf was like, I don't know, trapped in a forest. I don't know why that's coming through, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just totally rambling. The 5 of Wands reverse talks about trusting the initial instinct, because, you know, when we think back over something and we overanalyze it, we can make stories. And I do this sometimes in conversations with people where, like, it's a perfectly good conversation and my anxiety will later be, like, looking over the conversation and out of context at a different time, colored by my current perspective, the conversation seems entirely different in retrospect. And it's like, no, sometimes the initial instinct is just the initial instinct. So stick with that in terms of developing this ability of yours to follow your intuition, to drop into the flow state, to read signs and synchronicities, and to live a little bit less traditionally. Your ships are coming in underneath the eagle here, 3 of Wands. And it is time for you to step through that doorway. The card that follows the Three of Wands is, of course, the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 portal. Woo! I don't know if you have a twin flame connection or if you're working it within the confines or the freedoms of a twin flame connection. That's an interesting thing to come up for this card, because this card can be either a desert or a golden afternoon ocean where all the ships are coming in or they're stranded. It's a matter of perspective. And I think, interestingly enough, partnerships can feel similar. And you have, again, we talked about partnerships 2 and 4 here. The numbers 2 and 4. Partnerships can seem similar. And so there's something here about you stepping through the doorway into learning how to celebrate your partnerships, your connections with others, in ways that don't make you feel trapped. And it's by listening to this heart and this initial instinct of yours instead of analyzing or over-analyzing. Like, you might be the kind of person who analyzes things to try and please other people, and then you kind of have these connections or these relationships with people that are not serving you. They are designed to serve you by merit of you being able to serve others, and that doesn't honor your worth and your magnificence and your divine being. Like, people should honor you regardless of what you do for them, just because I believe that anyways. I think it's important that we honor and respect people regardless, especially people who are hurting and are down. They need it more than anyone, right? Anyway, there's that tangent. But Page of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, 5 of Swords, the Emperor, butt, big butt here. You might, are you telling yourself things? Yeah, you're telling yourself things. This 5 of Swords is your mean inner critic. And it's like, you haven't learned enough, you don't know enough, you haven't been through enough. Like, you might be considering doing something where you are stepping into a position of leadership or power with the Emperor reversed. You don't this, you don't blah, blah, blah. And the 5 of Swords and the Emperor reversed in this combination tells me you had a narcissist in your life. And I don't use that term lightly. I mean somebody who like, if this was a parent, they saw you as an extension of them and they didn't see you, right? Sorry about the autofocus. It's really, really bad. That might have been a sign for somebody, right? It, like, didn't see you, and then it autofocused in. It was like blurry. You couldn't see me at all. That was like, whoever this person was in your life, that was their perspective on you. It was like you were just a reflection of them. And so perhaps you engage in relationships with people where, like, you're just reflecting back to them what they want to see or what they, like, who they want to be. And strangely, it's like you feel like you're not enough, or like you need to have more money or whatever to, like, get through this doorway. But I think recognizing this ability of yours to, like, hold all this space for all the people that you held space for is going to show you door. I think this is your doorway. Because that's some pretty powerful shit to be able to do that for somebody, right? The Hermit reversed. Why are all these reversed? The Knight of Swords reversed and Temperance. As you come out of Hermit mode, you might struggle a little bit to, like, kind of hold your tongue. Like, you might be tempted to tell people what you want to say, you know, like in a mean way too. You might just be tempted to tell somebody, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know why this is coming through, but it's like you're not shy about offering somebody your opinion counter to theirs. But the Hermit reverse also talks about somebody who has wisdom but isn't quite adapted yet to when and where to share it, which is nicely followed by Temperance, right? It's like you're learning in this stage in your life who's receptive to what you have to offer and who's not. And that's beautiful, because then you don't have to waste your time on people who aren't, for one. And also, like, you don't have to, like, when you share information, it's going to be received by the people who want it, and those who don't, it's sometimes when we share information that can help to heal somebody, but they're not ready for it, it can actually injure them further. So it's actually like preventing you from accumulating further karma by engaging with people in a way that's like maybe not that healthiest, and not from any perspective of you wanting to harm others or anything like that. It's just you're way more powerful than you knew, and your words have a lot more impact than you probably gave yourself credit for a long time. And I see that you're understanding that. You may understand this through some form of confrontation with somebody who has been through some pretty hideous shit as well. And it's like you say something to maybe just the wrong person, and then they, you know, unleash on you, and you're like, oh, wow, like that's eye-opening. And that's okay. You know, we're humans, we make mistakes, we live life is hard. And it's like, these are one of those, again, these learning opportunities that become, these obstacles that become stepping stones. These are the obstacles that become stepping stones for you, are like these encounters with people where you sort of see where you stand and where they stand in terms of like what they can receive and what they can't, and what you're willing to put out and what you're not. And it's just it's like an establishment of your energetic boundaries. Anything else for Capricorn? Yeah, you're stepping out of this Five of Pentacles, this like lack of self-worth, this I'm not enoughness thinking. Two of Wands reversed, but you're still hesitating at the door a little bit. Ten of Pentacles reversed, because when you've worked with this much energy for this long, and certainly in non-traditional means and stuff, like I feel like stepping through the door into a Ten of Pentacles is actually the scary thing, right? It's like we want that. Yeah, we do, but it's not familiar. And sometimes the known devil is better than the unknown devil, right? But this unknown is your Ten of Pentacles. And I think that sometimes people who've just been through a lot of stuff, we get a Ten of Pentacles, and it just sort of creates this like almost like poor me mentality, like, man, I really went through it to get this. Like, why did it have to be that hard? Like when you finally get to that resting place to just kind of look back, right? And I think there's a part of you that's sort of fearing sitting with the reality of your journey a little bit. But the Ten of Pentacles is available to you. It's just that might be the cost of it, right? Is sitting with the reality of your journey as it has been thus far. Maybe journaling will help. I always find it does. There's the Four of Wands. Check that out. You do have cause to celebrate. Maybe a twin flame connection. Certainly stepping through the doorway into better, brighter community, happiness, joy, bounty. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. This was a really nice reading. It was a really lovely reading. And my Capricorn collective is really just blowing my mind with this energy. So thank you for the work you do. Thank you for being here. I love reading for you all. And I'll see you next week. Bye.